The Valentine's Day for the Black Lagoon. Chapter 1. Love. Yuck. Valentine's Day is a week away. Mrs. Green says we're going to have a party. And if that's not bad enough, we have to exchange Valentine cards with girls. Yuck. I'm too young for this. I know how it goes. First, you give a girl a Valentine card. Then she wants to hold your hand, and before you know it, you're married. Oh no. And what if I give one to a girl who doesn't give me one back? All the pain, all the heart, all the embarrassment, all the rejection. Maybe I can be out sick on Friday. Heart sick. Chapter 2. Hearted Jokes. On the school bus, Penny and Doris sit down on either side of me. They start talking me about their dolls. It's moving. I go to the back of the bus, but they follow me. T-Rex, the bus driver, tells us to stop changing seats. So I'm stuck with them for 8 blocks. What do they want? Who are you going to give a Valentine to Hubie? Asked Doris, fluttering her eyelashes at me. The heart is out of the bag. I don't know, I answered. My name has 2 N's, said Penny. Now, she flutters her eyelashes at me. I know, I reply. My name doesn't have any N's, blushed Doris. That's nice, I answered. Luckily, we arrived at my stop and I bolt for the door. I'm out and still single. They're both waving and winking at me from the back of the window as the bus pulls away. The pressure has already started. Chapter 3. Matters of the Heart. As soon as I get home, I explain the situation to my mom. She says that I should be flattered that they fluttered. But Mom, I can't give both of them a card, I say. It will be big of me. When I was a little girl, she said, I had a crush on Henry Stillman, replies Mom. I followed him around everywhere. Then on Valentine's Day, gave a card to Nancy Dringle. I broke my heart until I got a card from Freddie Frinkle, and I didn't even know he liked me. What happened? I asked. He was hurt because I didn't give him a card. This sounds like a mess, I say. It's called love, Hubie. Chapter 4. What is this thing called love? That evening, I watched some TV and tried to find out what love is. I watched the Love Boat, Love Story, and Valentine's Day Mascara. I'm going to be sick. Boy, love is messy. I like to go to Tibet and sit in a cave until Valentine's Day is over. I'll come back for Christmas. Chapter 5. Eat Your Heart Out. Later that night, I have a heartmare. A mad scientist named Dr. Love injects a chicken heart with some growth hormones. It's in a jar, beating loudly, but soon it fills up the jar, lifts the lid, and bubbles out all over the counter. Beautiful. Yes, my lovely. Now Dr. Love has his heart on his sleeve, and soon he's absorbed in his work. But the heart keeps growing with every beat, and now it fills the room. It breaks through the wall and thumps out into the highway. It squishes a lot of cars, which turn into a major traffic jam. It's huge. Out of my way, a heart surgeon. Called an army. Step on it. I'm home in bed and I hear out loud thumping. I peer out the window and see the giant heart coming down the street, murmuring. He's heading this way. Hubie, 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 wake up. It's time for school. Phew, it's only Mom. You had a nightmare. Chapter 6. Stone Heart. On the school bus, I don't sit near any girls. All of us guys huddle in the back of the bus. So, says Eric, who are you going to give your Valentine card to? I'm giving mine to Penny, says Derek. I'm giving mine to Doris, says Randy. I'm baking cookies for everybody, says Freddie. What about you, Yubi? Everyone asks. Suddenly, the bus is quiet. All heads turn toward me. My heart is in my mouth. I don't know, I mumble. That's a half-hearted answer, replies Eric. Take heart, commands Derek. Let's get to the heart of the matter, says Randy. I think I'm having a heart attack. Chapter 7. Cupid is stupid. In our class, we all have to make hearts. Each one has to be the same shape and either red or pink. Yuck, I say that I want to make a green colored square one. Mrs. Swam, or our teacher, says, no, only a heart shape and either pink or red. The shape doesn't leave a lot of room for creativity. Well, at least I'll draw a dinosaur on mine. No, says Mrs. Swam. A dinosaur is not appropriate. You can either draw Cupid or flowers. Double yuck, I'd rather eat worms. Mrs. Swan says we can't even draw any vines or blood. This is not freedom or expression. I feel wandered. I think I need a purple heart. Chapter 8. A Change of Heart. Back inside our classroom, everything suddenly changes. Mr. Bender, our principal, brings in a new student. Her name is Tiffany Hart. She had blonde curls, blue eyes, and pink lips. She's beautiful. I think I'm really having a heart attack. I look around. All the guys are looking at her too. Their eyes are bulging and their mouths are wide open. Hey, I saw her first. I feel jealous already. There's an empty seat next to me. I blurt out. Over here. Mrs. Green brings her over and gives her the desk next to mine. Tiffany smells like flowers. I sniff the air. My name is Tiffany, she says with a smile. My name's Tiffany too, I said. I mean Hubie. Nice to meet you, Hubie, she says, holding out her hand. I can't shake it. My hand is sweating. I wipe it on my shirt and we shake hands. Wow, it's like putting your fingers into an electric socket. I can't let go. She smiles again and flutters her long eyelashes. I'm falling in love. Chapter 9. Heartdreams. I'm ready to slay dragons for her, climb mountains and swim the 7 seas, or even marry her if she asks me. Of course I can. I'd have to ask Mom first. We can't elope because then we'll be melons. At lunch, she sits with the girls. Traitor. I try to hear what they're saying. All I hear is giggling. Uh-oh, I just ate my napkin. Well, I wasn't hungry anyway. My stomach is on a trampoline and my heart is on my sleeve. I look around. None of the guys are eating either, except for Freddy. Nothing stands between him and food. And now he's eating everyone else's lunch too, but no one cares. Hey, they're only loving my girl, but how can I win her heart? There are no dragons to slay, no mountains to climb, and no seas to swim. I know I'll make her an incredible Valentine's Day card. But first, I have to go to the library and do a little research. Chapter 10. Researching the Heart. After lunch, I go visit Mrs. Beamster, a librarian, and tell her my problem. She gives me a book called Romance Through the Ages. It starts with Stone Age courtship. A caveman loved a cave lady. He'd grab her by the hair and drag her off to his cave. I could try that at recess, but I think I'll get sent to the principal's office. And what if she's wearing a wig? In the Middle Ages, knights would have saved their ladies from dragons. I knew that. In the Romantic Ages, guys would put their jackets over the muddy puddles so that girls wouldn't get their feet wet. If I brought home a muddy jacket, my mom would kill me. Men also wrote a lot of poems. It was the age of puddles and poems. Then later, troubadours would play guitars and sing under a lady's balcony. I wonder if Tiffany has a balcony. I don't play the guitar, but I'm taking piano lessons. In morning courtship, a man said flowers, candy, and diamond rings. In my allowance, I could give her a chocolate chip cookie. Boy, courtship sounds like a real trial. Chapter 11, Happy Never After. In class, Mrs. Green tells us stories about the famous romances. There was Romeo and Juliet. They fell in love, but their families didn't get along. Juliet had a balcony, but it didn't work out. Then there was Antony and Cleopatra. She was bitten by a love bug, but unfortunately, she was also bitten by a snake. Love is an enormous mess. I hope it goes better for Tiffany and Hubie. Chapter 12, Pouring Out Your Heart. After school, I empty my piggy bank and go to the art store. I've turned into a romantic. I buy the biggest piece of pink paper I can find. This is going to be a larger than the monstrous chicken heart from my nightmare. I buy lace, silver glitter, and glue. I have enough money left over for a blue pen. I tell the salesman it's all for my mother. I carefully carry everything home. I get a pair of scissors and lock myself into my room. I cut out a giant heart. What a wonderful shade. What a beautiful color. I take my new blue pen and draw a cupid. As I remember, a cupid is a little baby with wings, wearing a diaper and holding a bow. He shoots arrows into your heart and your love. That's the way I feel about Tiffany. What a beautiful name. I just love to say it. Tiffany, 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 I scream. Cupid has held a harpoon into my heart. Chapter 13, Caught to the Quick. On the school bus in the morning, Tiffany is sitting between Eric and Derek. She's smiling at both of them. And she doesn't even notice when I get on. I sit down 2 rows behind them. Eric is telling her jokes. She's laughing. How could they do this to me? I hate Eric. His jokes aren't even funny. Besides, I've heard them all before. Derek is showing off. He's pulling out his baseball cards. I'll really hate him if he shows her his 1952 Mickey Mountain rookie card. Then I've slunk. Tiffany doesn't even turn around and look at me. Now I hate her. And the school bus stops, I walk right by her. I'll show her. I won't even say hello if she says hello. She doesn't even bother. That's it, we're through. The dragons can have her. She can climb her own mountain, and she can swim across her own seas. I want a divorce. Chapter 14, Heartburn. At lunch, Tiffany sits down next to me. I get up and move to the tray to another table. That'll teach her a lesson. Now she's sitting at the table alone. Good. That'll teach her to break my heart. There's a tear rolling down her cheek. I'm about to go back when Eric and Derek sit down next to her. In no time, she's laughing. It's probably the same jokes she'd heard this morning. She wipes her cheek and puts her nose in the air. Falling in love is easy. Landing that's hard. I've lost Tiffany for good, and now I'm stuck with a 4-foot-tall Valentine card. Chapter 15, Heartfelt. I don't talk to anyone for the rest of the day. When a heart breaks, it leaves sharp pieces. I go straight home after school. It's good to get back to home, into my own room, and into my own bed. I think I'll become a hermit and go live in a cave. One without bats. My friends will be sorry. One day they'll miss me. I start to daydream. Eric will ask, whatever happened to Hubie? He missed the Valentine's Day party, Derek will answer. I still have his cookies, Freddie will announce. Let's go find them, they'll all agree. So they set out to find me. They'll swim a sea, they'll climb a mountain, and they'll find me sitting in a stalagmite. Or was stalactite? I can never remember which one hangs from the ceiling and which one grows up from the ground. We'll miss you, they will say. Won't you come back? They pleaded. We have a heart-shaped cookie for you, Freddie will say. It got a little wet when we swam to sea, but it's still good. Whatever happened to Tiffany? I will ask. Oh, she married Henry Stillman. They will answer. Your mom was in love with Henry Stillman. I will say. Love is very confusing. No, it's simple. You're our friend, and we love you. They all shout out and shout with huge smiles. Freddie will hand me a soggy cookie. Hey, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I get a pair of scissors. I've got a lot work to do. Chapter 16. With all one's heart. Mrs. Green had decorated our room with lots of hearts. Freddie's cookies are on a paper heart-shaped party platter. We'll sing the old Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. Now it's time to exchange cards. I have one for everyone in her class. I hand them all out. I'm glad that I brought such a big piece of paper. Many hearts came from one. I even give a card to Mrs. Green. It makes her smile. I wrote on it. Roses are red, violets are blue. I want to be a teacher just like you. I did get some cards too, including one from Tiffany. But you know what I learned? It's really more important what you give than what you get. Also, I learned that a big heart goes a long way.